I just had a wonderful session with a beautiful client, and I had a little epiphany. I recognized what the nature of the human condition is. So I don't know what you might think it is, or what people generally mean when they say that's the human condition. But I would say the human condition is the condition of being conditioned. That is the essence of what our human life, in a way, is based on, both individually and collectively. So let me tell you what I'm referring to. You know, the brain has different brainwave functions. And you probably know that um, in our normal walking around daily doing functioning life, we're in the brainwave known as beta. When we're more relaxed, when we're doing something creative or relaxing or soothing, or when we're in a mild meditation, that's called alpha. When we go deeper into a deeper trance state, deeper meditation, or hypnotic trance, we're in the brainwave state of theta, Theta, theta. So when children are little, until the age of until the age of 3, I believe, it's said that children are walking around in the brainwave of theta, in a hypnotic trance, deeply, deeply impressionable, deeply connected to their subconscious or unconscious mind. They live in that world of fantasy where there is no distinction between the imagination and reality. They have access to incredible creative ideas. And just like in a hypnotic trance where you can be given a instruction to do something or to change a belief, and after that, when you come out, the post-hypnotic induction takes effect so that perhaps you stop smoking after that. This is one of the ways hypnosis is used to benefit people, to instill certain beliefs or changes when they're in that deep, malleable state of consciousness. And then afterwards they come out, and that post-hypnotic induction is, I'm repelled by cigarettes, whatever it is. So up to the age of 3, children are being given hypnotic instructions, and their life thereafter lives out those post-hypnotic inductions. Until the age of 7, I believe children are said to be in an alpha brainwave state, still a deeper state of mind. Their cognitive functioning hasn't formed yet. The gist of all of this is that little children are like wet clay or molten wax. Whatever they are taught, whatever they are told, gets inscribed in that malleable substance when they are in this deep hypnotic trance of receptivity. And after that, it hardens, and those beliefs become the quote post-hypnotic induction that we live with. So this is why, well, first of all, the reason this is designed by evolution is so that little children can quickly and easily get inducted into their culture. It's for survival. They get inducted into the culture of their family, of their community, of their society, of their larger culture, the beliefs that we share. This is our truth. This is what's right and what's wrong. This is who you are. This is your identity. So there's obvious good reasons for this to be a provision for survival for the child who is going to have to live in that culture and fit in and be part of that world, the family and the society and so forth. This is how we do things here. This is how we hunt. This is how we fish. This is how we get food. This is how we take care of each other. So children at a very early age are taught who to be, what to believe, what they're part of, what their identity is, what's right and wrong for them. And so it's easy to see it in a, early culture where people were living very basic lives close to nature and had to learn how to do all those things to survive. But of course, it's still happening today. This is the way we are designed. So what is it that gets imprinted in us up to the age of 3? Whatever it is your parents say to you. Not just what they say to you, but also what they emanate energetically and emotionally. What you observe, what you sense, because as a child, you're so sensitive. And before you can even speak or understand language, you're understanding the language of feelings. You're understanding the language of energy. Depending on how sensitive you are, the more sensitive, the more you perceive, the more you understand, the more it goes into you deeply. And then it's forgotten. It's covered over, because after the age of 3, we generally don't remember those things that we learned, that we observed, that we experienced. So that's the conditioning. That's what turns us into who we become. And if our parents are angry at each other, if they're angry at us, if they're abusive to us, if they tell us negative things about ourselves, we believe them, and that becomes what we tell ourselves. We repeat those. That has become a post-hypnotic induction. So whatever it is your parents were telling you, directly or indirectly, explicitly with words or implicitly with emotions, feelings, energy, behavior, most of all, that becomes a post-hypnotic induction. That becomes what we believe to be true. The same thing about the world. If we are told those people are no good, we're these people over here and we're good, that's what you're going to believe. You don't have any choice. That's how the brain works, how the subconscious mind works. And most people never wake up out of this conditioning, which is why the world is always at odds with each other, because every group believes they are right, because they were taught that. They don't have any choice but to believe that what they were taught is the truth. And as the world becomes more global, it behooves us to expand our awareness and open the doors of our perception and of our understanding, and to see beyond the limitations of our conditioning. So the way I see it, who a person is a combination of the God-given soul energy, soul essence qualities that each one of us comes into this world with, that are unique to us. Each individual has a unique constellation of soul energies, soul qualities, essence. But that pure beautiful, unique combination of qualities and energies is then subjected to the conditioning, the molding of who you become as a result of being in a hypnotic trance in the first few years of your life, being in a culture, and then the post-hypnotic induction of I'm no good, or I hurt my mother, or we're the best and those people are bad. All those things mix together and twist and bend and contain that pure essence, which is no longer a pure essence, because now it's been molded by the conditioning. This is not your fault. Very often we are very hard on ourselves because we learn from our conditioning that there's something wrong with us. Whether it's because our parents spoke to us harshly and told us there was something wrong with us, or whether it's because they were suffering, either angry with each other or sad or whatever their conditioning had led them to. And as a child, we take it on ourselves and think it was our fault or our responsibility to help. And so we can go through life believing that there's something wrong with us, or that we failed, or that we are to blame. And sometimes we don't even know for what our sin was, what we did, but we feel it. So there's a practice that I work with called Compassion Key, which is about delivering compassion to oneself, understanding that that little child was never at fault, was never to blame. Whatever happened to you happened through circumstance. And you are a combination of your pure soul essence and the conditioning that happened when you were in a hypnotic trance state at the age of 3 through 7, just absorbing without the capacity to discriminate or discern or have any critical mental functioning. Everything that was imprinted on you was accepted as the truth. You had no choice. And so in Compassion Key, we use the phrase, I'm so sorry, to the little one as a way of expressing our compassion. And we can say things like, I'm so sorry you thought there was something wrong with you. I'm so sorry you blamed yourself. I'm so sorry it was never your fault. I'm so sorry you didn't understand. I'm so sorry you were mean to yourself. I'm so sorry you didn't deserve to be treated that way. I'm so sorry you didn't realize you were a pure child of the divine. I'm so sorry you didn't realize there's nothing wrong with you at all. So you just speak to your heart, your solar plexus. Those inner child parts within you are listening. They're listening when you treat yourself badly, when you say mean things like, oh, you're so stupid, or I'm so stupid, or why did I do that again? And they're listening when you give them compassion, when you say, I'm so sorry you were hurt. It wasn't your fault. I love you. There's nothing wrong with you. We can work through our conditioning. We don't have to be the victim or the prisoner of our childhood conditioning. There is a way to get free of that and reclaim more of our pure soul essence. This is Tomar Levine from Soul Guidance for Awakening, tomarlevine.com. Wishing you much love and many blessings. Bye for now.